California Governor Gavin Newsom jetting off to South Carolina this week, just 6 months after those deadly wildfires in L.A. State leaders now putting aside $100 million to rebuild apartment housing in the area. But many who lost their homes are still displaced and wondering where their help is. One of the residents, Blake Mallon, joins us now. Blake, first of all, our condolences to you and your family and all your neighbors for losing your homes. But it is kind of extraordinary to think of your governor jetting off for trying to advance his political career when you have everything that is going on in California and you still have not gotten your building permit to rebuild yet.
No, Charlie, very, very far from that. It's crazy when you say 6 months. I mean, some days it feels like just yesterday. Some days
I bet
it feels like a lifetime ago, but every day for all of us and my neighbors here in Palisades, we are living the reality of the aftermath of the January 7th and 8th fires. And yeah, you say far from permits. We're frozen. I mean, we're paused. I just went back to the house on Saturday by myself, and not much has changed. Matter of fact, the only thing for us that has really changed is it went from what I saw as a pile of ash when I left on January 8th, having watching it burn down, to now it's a pile of dirt. The
Wow.
Army Corps did an amazing job clearing everything, but for us and my family, we're kind of frozen right now with so much unknown.
Yeah, so I want to put up a couple of these numbers of these permits that have been requested. In the Eaton area, there have been a request for nearly 1,000 applications. Only 79 building permits have been issued. In the Palisades area, 80 have been requested. Only 13 have been granted. You know, you always paid your taxes. I think, if I understand correctly, you did not have insurance, but of course the reason you lost your insurance would have been because of the policies that Governor Newsom had in place. How frustrating is it to sit here and now realize that your biggest red tape in moving on for your family is the fact that the same people that caused all these problems won't let you start rebuilding yet?
Yeah, frustrating, I guess, is one word you can say. Extremely disappointed, let down. You zoom out in this conversation, Charlie, and I heard what you just said about the rebuilding and the announcement of the low-income housing.
Yeah.
But you zoom out, you got to ask the question, well, where and on what lots and why? And you said the very people. I lose sleep at night when you zoom out and you think about that. This all started, the insurance debacle, the insurance crisis, because we have local officials, local government that couldn't come to terms, right, with these big insurance companies, the very people that both the insurance, right, and our so-called leadership are in place to protect and serve. And because of that, we all got dropped. My family got dropped from our insurance. They put together this fair plan, right, that I was told I didn't qualify for. And there's this giant gap in terms of capital and insurance for myself and my neighbors that is so big between the money that is there and the cost to rebuild, that so many of us, we want to rebuild, but we're sitting there trying to figure out how and what the next steps are.
And of course, they're taking all the taxes that you paid and putting it into these affordable apartment complexes for people who haven't been paying taxes there all the time. Blake Mallon, so much for joining us, and we look forward to getting you back on to talk more about this.
Thank you, Charlie. I appreciate it.